Well, students, we're going to keep working on these ballooning line optical illusions. I would like you to finish that first color if you didn't already finish that up. So I've got this red, skip it. This is going to be my red, and I want to make sure to outline it hard and then shade it in a little more lightly. That's going to help it look a little more three-dimensional, and just continue with my pattern. I'm coloring the ones that do not have the marks on them. And I would work through here, and I would finish up all of the ones that need to be this reddish pink color. Okay? We'll pretend that that's done. Once all of them are done, please erase the mark before you color on it. So erase all your marks. Once all of the marks are erased, then I would like you to take your cool color, because we started with a warm color, and my cool colors could be black, brown, purple, blue, green. I'm choosing blue, so I'm going to color the ones that don't have marks on them. And then I've got this warm color complemented by this cool color. Still doing the same thing. Pressing the edges on hard, then shading it in more lightly. Now, once you have it all done, we'll jump over to this one. So you can see here, I have all of them colored. Once you have them all colored, then I would mark your pattern along here with your pencil, just like we did before, so then I can make sure to color the correct ones. So here, I typically will follow this pattern of saying, well, if this one is cool, then this one would be a warm one. So I'm gonna mark all the cool ones. So this is gonna be warm, this one's gonna be cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. Then I would do the same thing here. Since this one's warm, this one's cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, and I'd work my way around. So I'm not worried about these edges right now. I would just mark those triangle shapes, so just go across from this. If this is warm, this is cool. You're gonna decide now if you're going to make it a two-color pattern like this one and just stick with the same ones. So then I've got purple, orange, purple, orange, purple, orange, and I'll talk about these edges in a second. Or if you want to make it a four-color like this one, where this one I have this one of pink, midnight blue, pink, midnight blue, pink, midnight blue, pink, midnight blue. So you can decide if you want to switch to two new colors or if you just want to stick with the ones that you have, and you can look at the board to decide that. So I'm just following that same pattern. So here we'll finish up this last one with that midnight blue color. Trace around the edges, then shade it in a little more lightly. If the whole thing is done, then I would pick one color for the edges. I chose black. It doesn't have to be black. It could be something different. I think black tends to make it really look a little more three-dimensional by pulling the middle out and having it kind of fade to the background. So what I would do is just outline these edges, especially if you're going to use black, because you don't want that to get on your color. And once you trace around those edges, then shade it in a little more lightly. If you get a little bit on the table, I'm gonna wipe off the tables anyway. So please shade this in, and I would just make all the edges the same. If you have all of that done, then you're ready to mix. So mixing would be picking two colors on the color wheel that are next to each other. So we said in order to warm that green up, put yellow on it. And I gotta press it on super hard. That's what's gonna turn it into this yellow green. So please get everything colored. Once everything is colored, then you can come through here and do your mix. The warm ones definitely go a lot faster to mix on. The cool ones take a little longer. So keep that in mind. So once I do all of those, so I still have a bunch left to go, but if I have all of those done, then we'll pretend that I'm done. If I have all of these done, then I'm gonna come through here, and this pink is looking a little bit purple, so if I put a little bit of pink onto those, it'll warm that up just a little bit. And I would do all my warms. If you get all of that done, then you can do a mix on the cools. Like, I wouldn't mix blue and green because then I'd have green. I'm most likely gonna just pick a different blue to mix. I could mix purple, but then I've got kind of this purplish color on the outside. So I think that's why I'm just gonna stick with a different blue. So get all the warm ones mixed. And once all the warm ones are mixed and they're matching, then you should go ahead and mix your cools. And I think I'm just gonna mix a blue like this into it. Then I'm gonna have it darker around the edges and still a little bit lighter in the center with a lighter blue. I'm still pressing it on pretty hard. So let's have fun wrapping these up and making these look three-dimensional.